are going to study the concept of Java Enterprise Edition, that is JavaEE, and Enterprise Application in this particular video. So basically, what is Java Enterprise Edition? Java Enterprise Edition is a set of coordinated technologies and practices that will enable developing, deploying, and managing multi-tier server-centric enterprise applications. Now, in this entire statement, there are lots of terms that we need to understand. Multi-tier, the application that is divided into different sections, different tiers. It is a server-side technology. The main program is going to run on the server. The client will try and access the server. And it is for enterprise applications. The scale of the enterprise applications is much more as compared to normal desktop-based applications. It has standardized components, it has containers, it has set of services which will allow making the creation, that is development and deployment of distributed applications. The distributed application is an application where all the programs or all the components are not on one single server. Rather, it will be on different servers. So basically, JavaEE has provided you with a powerful API that will reduce the development time as well as the application complexity, but will also improve the application performance. So it reduces the development time, improves the and helps with the application complexity. It reduces the application complexity and it improves the application performance. Now, the commercial applications that we talk of, they can never be developed on one single machine. There is always a parent-child relationship in everything, because there's a server and there's a client which is accessing the server, and all your components are on a single server. Now, can they fit into single server every time? No, and that's the reason we need the concept of distributed. Now you have to remember that JavaEE provides a collection of standardized components that will help you in crafting of such commercial applications. So component-based development is promoted. Then standard interfaces are there which will tell you how the application modules will interconnect. And then it provides you a set of services that will define how the software modules will communicate. So components that help you in making of such commercial applications, standard interfaces that define how the application modules interconnect, and services that will define how the different software modules will communicate. Obviously, Java works on VORA concept, that is write once, run anywhere. So JavaEE also works on this particular concept, which is eventually required for development and deployment of enterprise-based commercial applications. So, using JavaEE reduces your cost, it reduces your complexity, it makes the application development faster, and hence JavaEE is one of the first choices for developing commercial enterprise-wide applications. Now, next we have what is enterprise application and what is enterprise edition of Java. Now, what is enterprise edition of Java we have seen in the above question. So, you will write the same answer. Now, what is different in this answer is what is enterprise application. So, whenever I talk of enterprise application, I mean to talk about the application that is large in scale. And it will not solve the problem of one person, one team or one department. Rather, it is aimed to support or solve the problems of the entire organization. This large-scale software will allow different user roles, and the roles define the actions that a specific user can perform. So there are different users. Just as in college there are teachers, there are coordinators, there is principal sir, there are vice principals, and every role has different actions that they perform. Similarly, in large-scale software, we have exactly the same thing. Now, this enterprise application is a business application. So, what are the characteristics of a business application? What are the characteristics of the enterprise application? One, they are complex. They are scalable. They should be distributed. They should be component based because the scale is very high, right? So you cannot have one single program that is handling everything or one single component that is handling everything. No, it should be component based. And then finally, it should be mission critical. They may be deployed on variety of platforms across the corporate networks, intranets or internet. So they have to be distributed. You cannot say that I'll have a single server and the single server will cater to my entire organization. That cannot happen. They are data centric. They work with lots of sensitive data. They should be user friendly and they should meet the stringent means strict requirements for security, administration and maintenance. Over and all, they are highly complicated systems. Now, enterprise software includes many functions and abilities. We have given some of the examples over here. You can have your own examples also. For example, salesperson will use this software. For what purpose? To logging the client information. Whether it is personal details, it is product information, the client location in the entire sales process. Customer service representatives will use this system to track the customer issues, customer complaints, what are the responses, what are the updates that are given by the organization. Internal facing employees can take client specifications to build the products. Internal facing matlab the employees who don't directly face the clients. They work behind the curtain. Okay. The managers and C-level executives can track the client and employee performance. So these are few examples of what enterprise application should be able to do. Now we move on to our next question, that is, what are the challenges in development of enterprise application? The main challenge is to maintain the value of the existing business with internet's hyper competitive pace. So whatever is currently there, you need to maintain that. And you need to improve on it or you need to build on it. So what are the following factors you will consider? You have to consider programming productivity, response to demand, integration with existing system, the freedom of choice and maintaining security. So these are the key objectives that you need in the enterprise application. Enterprise mobility has become need of an hour. Now what is enterprise mobility? You know, earlier people used to come to the office and work there. There used to be a desktop there. Now many a times people get their own devices. So it is necessary to ensure that the enterprise applications are developed for the people who are working on the field, who are getting their own device or who are working from home. So that is important. The next thing is security is an important concern. And security concern increases with enterprise mobility. You have to reduce the cost. You have to make sure that your application is scalable, flexible. Your entire environment should be virtual and availability of the data should be there enterprise-wide. Accessibility of information is very important. Availability of data and accessibility of information is important because nowadays no one can make decisions without the data availability. So data should be available and accessible even in the remote locations. So these are the challenges that we face when we are developing enterprise applications. That's it for this video. Thank you so much.